Welcome to the Mama G Lifestyle. We are approaching the beginning of the year and we are revamping our experiment, calling it the Experiment 2.0, and wanted to give you a heads up to what's happening for those of you who are interested in participating in a lifestyle change. And I think that's the biggest thing we have to think about here. When people go to their physician, regardless of the type of physician, they will always tell us if we have any concerns with our health that we need to change our lifestyle. And that lifestyle has to do with how we treat our bodies. And it starts with your food and it starts with some calculated exercise. So I want to just talk about the Mama G lifestyle and our approach. And then I'm going to give you a quick heads up to the Experiment 2.0. If we have any questions, we'll take them. But this is your opportunity. Anytime starting January 2nd, in the future, 2020, you can jump on board. Our program is no longer a 90-day program. It is a full year program so that we can help people who are interested in moving really fast-paced or other people who are looking to make lifestyle changes over the long haul, because ultimately that's what we're trying to do here is counter all the bull, tell you all the wonderful things that we can provide for you, very different than we're seeing via the internet, via social media, via the multi-billion-dollar health and fitness industry. All right. So Mama G Lifestyle, really what we're about is role modeling healthy behavior, not only for ourselves, right, showing ourselves a little self-respect, but for the people that we love. And really, it comes down to the fact that every single one of us, from conception to death, needs to be worried about the food that we put in our mouths. And the problem is that we are driven by that food choice because of our emotions often. And so we really need to go back to the basics. We want to help you understand that we can bring the family back around the kitchen table, kind of like old grandma, great grandma, always had in mind feeding them beautiful, wholesome, nutrient-dense foods. And from there, we can then provide an opportunity for our loved ones to live a long and healthy, independent life. So let me get myself on a pinned video here. So we're going to move forward here. I think the biggest thing we have to discuss is the fact that there is way too much fear mongering going on out there. I don't care whether you're listening to a documentary on Netflix. I don't care if you're listening to your neighbor who has no expertise in nutrition or fitness or health. I don't care if you're reading a book. If you are being influenced by social media and those people out there trying to sell you a pill, a potion, a fad, whatever they've got out there is that they're scaring you. They're telling you that you can't eat beans, that you shouldn't eat meat, that you should be a vegan, that you should go keto, that you should eat like our ancestors ate. Holy Toledo, there are so many confusing things going on here that we really want to take you back. We really want to help you understand that you can drive your health. And even more importantly, if you do not think about yourself, that you can drive the health of your families. Because for you people who are now raising littles, all right, this is the first time that it is predicted that your littles will live shorter lives than their parents. Now, to me, as a mother of four, a Grammy of one, a godmommy to two littles myself, like all I care about is that those babies are happy and healthy. And ultimately, if we can set them up with healthy lifestyles, which, by the way, happens by eating nutritious and delicious food on a regular basis and getting some calculated exercise, we've given them a good start in life. And the problem is, we really care when they're in utero and when they're new and we're trying to breastfeed or give them the best formula and try to get them to sleep. But then everything goes to pot when you've got toddlers that are picky, that lead to adolescents that are picky, that lead to teenagers and young adults. And now we have adults who have a lot of disordered eating out there. The problem with society today is that we can get anything via our devices in a moment, right? You can get on here, or Grubhub as an Uber Eats, and you can order it, and within a few minutes, God forbid you got to wait 30 minutes, you can have anything you feel like eating. Unfortunately, those things are setting up for lifestyle diseases: heart disease, stroke, diabetes, cancers, colorectal cancers. We have an influx of autoimmune diseases, so many lifestyle problems that we can actually potentially, number one, prevent, all about prevention, halt, and even reverse. So with the Mama G lifestyle, that's our goal. Now understand that I am a culinary nutritionist who is your go-to nutrition expert with my bachelor's of science in nutrition, my master's of science in integrative and functional nutrition, and I have had 30 plus years of working with clients in the fitness industry, driving them towards healthy behaviors. And now I am full-time working as a culinary nutritionist, meaning that I want to bring food into your life in a most delicious and nutritious way. And then with Samantha B, we also drive a little bit of calculated exercise into your life if you need those helping hands. And we have a winner for a long, healthy, independent life. So when we think about the Mama G lifestyle, let's just say this. We talk about our food. Nutrition is critical. We talk about our fitness, our exile. Our exercise is really an important part of our lives. We talk about our faith base, right? Having some kind of reason to get up out of bed in the morning, some kind of spirituality, some kind of Jiminy Crickets on your shoulder, right? Your family and your friends who support you in your efforts to do good, and the feelings that drive everything you do, right? Get you out of bed in the morning. So all of those things are part of the Mama G lifestyle, and we will incorporate them, but behavioral change is going to be a huge part of it. But first, we work on showing you that you can ultimately eat beautiful, wholesome, nutritious food to drive your health and improve every facet of your life. So for those people who want one-on-one individualized help, that's where myself as a private nutrition professional can help you. And I work virtually and in person in my office here in San Clemente. But we also have something really special called the Experiment 2.0. And I'm going to just show you a few things here about how the Experiment 2.0 works. Now, let me just tell you this. It is a plan where you will get 12 weekly videos, so 12 weeks of videos that will talk to you about your health. I will talk to you immediately about week one. We're going to talk about your food. We're going to talk about your metrics, how important they are, how you can use things like blood work and the scale, your body composition, measurements, photos, how you feel, right? Your symptoms, your diagnoses, all of those things to assess where you sit today. Because where you sit today drives your desire to make change, right? So step one, we will address week one, the importance of energy, balance, and calories, how input, right? What you're putting in your body matters, what you're putting out, that exercise movement that you might have or might not have as part of your life, that all matter in terms of you improving your health, depending on what those goals are. And quality of food really, really matters. So everything in the Mama G lifestyle is all about debunking the myths and focusing on the facts and using your expert source, right? So you will ask Mama G, you will learn from Mama G, and you will then be your own advocate for health. So when somebody says to you, what are you doing? Eating carbohydrates. And you could say, wait a minute, I choose on a daily basis to use wholesome carbohydrates, things like beans and legumes and whole grains and fruits and vegetables and dairy. Those are all carbohydrate sources to fuel my body, which happens to be my body's primary fuel source and preferred fuel source, but I'm choosing to limit the highly processed carbohydrates that are really driving unhealthy lifestyles. So that's the goal here, that you have a very clear understanding of how and why. This is not about Mama G telling you, it's about Mama G educating you, giving you the tools you need to ultimately not only change your own life, but change the people you love. So we're going to talk about all those things week one, and we're going to go into several different options here. So first thing I'm going to show you is how we get ready for the Mama G lifestyle. I'm just going to give you a quick little pick here. So we're going to immediately have our little cheat sheet. Now, I think what's important to you to know is that we have people who are going to be very driven by the scale. Now, I'll tell you this right now. Mama G and Samantha B are not driven by weight. We are driven by health. Now, you may need to lose some weight. You may need to gain some weight. You may have a desire to remain with homeostasis, but to improve your muscle mass, perhaps decrease some body fat. It depends on you and your individual situation. But for the most part, we have a majority of our clients, which happen to be women, who can sit in a particular calorie range and really achieve all of those goals. You'll see on our nutrition guidelines here that our goal for our clients is that they get sufficient nutrition. We might look at very specific macro, which are the big nutrients, the carbohydrates and fats and proteins, and micronutrients, which are the vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals and antioxidants and all of those things. We might look at fiber, but we ultimately want to look at your food choices through every meal and snack through the course of your day. So whether we have people who are choosing to be very focused and driven and using an app like MyFitnessPal, which is how we work with a lot of our clients who are really interested in moving very quickly towards their goal, where they might be eating a certain calorie amount. They will be getting a certain number of calories per meals and calories per snacks. Or, as you can see on here, we also have the healthy plate visual. I can't communicate how important this aspect is going to be for those of you who are just trying to make your food choices more wholesome. And within that, we look at half of that plate being beautiful, non-starchy vegetables. We'll share with you kind of what that looks like for you. A quarter of that plate being a lean protein option, and a quarter of that plate being some kind of starch or grain. So we will work this in two separate ways. For some of our clients, they may choose to log their food, work a little more diligently, precisely when they're at home. And then when they're away from home, they can work more of the healthy food plate. We may have clients who intend to work very specifically on their food choices through every meal and snack for a period of time. And we may have clients who will choose to only use the visual plate guidelines. That is the difference between the experiment previously and the experiment 2.0, is that we are here to drive health and nutritious and delicious food no matter what. So we'll talk about things like macronutrients. I kind of want you to understand what the portion of your plate would look like. But again, you do not have to be very specific in the new 2.0 plan. We talk about protein, how protein's crucial and why it's crucial. The building blocks for your bone and your muscle and your cartilage and your skin. So critical, right? But understand that while we would love to get a specific amount, really within that healthy plate, we're looking to get protein at every meal and with every snack. So this is where you have to understand that we will help you in whatever capacity you desire. This is 100% driven by you, customizing it to you with your help and with Mama G and Samantha B's help. So we will go through what proteins are and what starches and grains are, what non-starchy veggies look like, how important dairy and or calcium looks like in your life for bone health. Fruit is incredibly important, our fats, and then we kind of get into how you build your meals, your tips for success, and such as we go. So that's a really important concept in the Mama G lifestyle as well. We will then actually get into some fun little shares with grocery lists for you. Let me get here for you. Where is my little share? New share. And here's a grocery list. Excuse-moi, still getting back to our Zoom calls, and I'm not getting it. So let me come out of here. There's Mama G. Let's get back in here into a little bit of sharing. So where is it? Here we go. So we've got a little bit of grocery list for you here. So we're going to give you ideas on how to get those dairy/calcium options that you might be interested in using, what protein can look like in your life, what those healthy fats might look like in your life. We've got what healthy sweeteners are, lots of different options for you, and along with a huge list of vitamin, fruits and vegetables and the like. So let me just go back here and let's go keep talking to you, and you can just look at Mama G and we'll show some more sharing as we need to. So within the new 2.0, really important to understand that you're going to have a checklist to kind of take you through and help you to get ready for however long you plan to be with us over the next year, 12 months. You will have grocery lists, you will have guidelines from us in terms of real specifics, and then general in terms of that healthy food plate. We will have access to our website as well as our Facebook page. So those are the things that I wanted to show you as well. So let me get into here. So our website now is being revamped. There will be an all access section, which is free to all of our followers out there. But then we also have member access for those of you within the experiment and those of you who are lifestyle members, those of you who have graduated from the experiment. But most important for you are all the beautiful recipes that I have provided for you. And this is what's most important within the Mama G lifestyle. A lot of our clients will say, well, it's just so hard to figure out what to eat and how to build meals. Well, what we've tried to do for you over the last few years, and every year, understand that I build a brand new recipe. So if you've got a family favorite, if you're jonesing for a particular food that you're craving, we can do it for you. So here's one of our favorites. This is a new ad for us, and this is our sheet pan nacho chicken. Exactly what it sounds like. It is a beautiful pan of vegetables seasoned with all natural seasonings. You're going to see here, sugar, Mama G. I thought we're not supposed to have sugar. I thought sugar is not healthy for us. Well, everything in moderation in the Mama G lifestyle. And this combination of a little bit of sweet and a little bit of beautiful spices, dried spices, mixed with colored peppers and onions and a fresh ear of corn that's cut from the cob, or you can actually use frozen corn, all tossed together and roasted in the oven, is spectacular. Now on here we said, we'll go ahead and call this a nacho chicken pan meal, where you can just use chicken breasts bone in or chicken thighs bone in, and we'll actually tell you in the recipe to go ahead and pull off the skin. Super saturated fat in that skin, not really necessary because we have beautiful other nutrients within our meal. And you'll roast those things together, but you can also choose to use a different protein in this meal as well. Shrimp is wonderful. You could use tofu, any number of things. So you get to pick your protein, and within the recipes, Mama G tells you exactly how that looks. And at the end of the day, you end up with a beautiful meal to enjoy as you work through the Mama G lifestyle. So we encourage all of our clients to potentially make their own little booklet. Let me go to the soups and stews, and I'll show you this as well, where you can have a little Mama G notebook. You can go ahead and print out your recipes, and then you will have a beautiful recipe book put together with wholesome ingredients in there. So we are revamping this a little bit. Things are moving a little bit slow on our website, but I wanted to show you something that's called our Simple Perfect Chili. So I'm going to say that we gave all credit to the pioneer woman here for her original recipe of the Simple Perfect Chili, which tastes wonderful. But in the Mama G lifestyle, we're trying to incorporate that healthy plate. We're trying to get a half a plate of those non-starchy vegetables, the broccolis and the cauliflowers and the kale and the onions and the carrots and the celery and anything you name it, into your food without you having to think about it. So within Pioneer Women's Recipe, we just tweak things a little bit. We have our lean protein coming from some ground turkey. We have our starches and grains coming from canned beans, which we love. And we have our vegetables coming from onions and peppers and zucchini and tomatoes, making a beautiful, healthy plate meal, but also a potent one for you. So all you have to do is execute the recipe, divide it into 6 portions. You can potentially freeze some, pack some for lunch the next day, and you can feed your family a beautiful, wholesome meal that everyone will love and adore. So we've got that for you. The other thing we also have for you is, we will go to Facebook. We have Mama G's private client page. And this is where we are able to, excuse me, collaborate with other people in the group. This is one of our favorite clients, Lisa Photo, sharing her meals. She's up skiing with her grandchildren. We did a little video of my partner and bestie, Samantha B, when she had her baby this week. We are sharing risk versus benefits. So really a time to assess where you sit in life and how we can help you. So lots of lovely, lovely meals, lots of lovely sharing and support that happen within our page. And it's really a useful part of the Mama G lifestyle. So again, let's go back to the experiment. I only want to stay on here for a few minutes with you guys, but this is the way it works. So within the Mama G lifestyle, you have an opportunity to work with Mama G all by herself on a one-on-one basis. We can do so again virtually or in person. My rate at this point in time, January 2020, is at $125 an hour. We can increase the increments if you need more time with me in a particular session. When we video you, we can record it. We can also video the session when we are in person so that you have it to look back in the future. So that's really useful. If, you know, what did Mama G? I can't remember what she said, all of those things. So know that that's available to you. We also have our opportunity to have daily tech support. So for any of my clients, whether they're in the experiment or as a private client, they can have daily tech support with Mama G on the WhatsApp, so we can keep things kind of separate from your texting, so you're not bothered on a regular basis, but you can check in with me throughout the day. Perhaps you guys are going out to dinner. You might send me a link to the restaurant you're going to and say, hey, Mama G, what would be a good option for me trying to hit that healthy plate goal? Or you can say, Mama G, I'm trying to build a recipe or build a meal. Please help me. And I'm able to look at your MyFitnessPal, which you shared with me. I'm able to look at recipe links, whatever you need, I'm able to help you out in that capacity. And that is an additional $99 for 30 days with me, so we can work on a daily basis. And some of our clients and experimenters like that in the beginning when they need a little bit more hand holding. The Experiment 2.0 is a virtual group experience where you not only get Mama G and Samantha B and all the expertise that we have to offer, but now it is in a less expensive version. It is also very detailed. So starting on January 2nd, you will have the first of 12 weekly videos that are going to be sent to you, educating you on the hows and whys on how to become your own advocate to live a long, healthy, independent lifestyle. So like I said, week 1, we're talking about your body's metrics and how you can use different aspects of seeing success as you move towards a healthy lifestyle. How we'll talk about energy balance, how calories do matter and how the quality of food matters. Week 2, we're going to talk about tracking in MyFitnessPal for those of you who are interested in doing that. We're going to show you how we've got a lot of quick and easy options for you, so you don't have to think very much about things like breakfast, right? We can just build a few special breakfasts that you might like. We have these things available to you on our website too for clients who, love Mama G's Special, which is a multitude of things. We have a Mama G's toast and nut butter and jelly breakfast. We have a Mama G's European breakfast, which is Greek yogurt and muesli and fresh fruit. We have avocado toast. We have a lot of things that our clients love for breakfast that you don't have to reinvent. We've already done that for you, and it sits on the website, and all you have to do is execute that. We also have the recipes that you should take advantage of, so you don't have to figure out, am I getting in that half a plate of non-starchy veggies? Am I getting in that quarter plate of lean protein? Am I getting in that quarter plate of my wholesome starches and grains? And am I incorporating beautiful, wholesome fats as well to provide satiety through my meals and satisfaction from one meal to another? And then we will talk about that healthy plate visual. Week 3, we get into understanding your macronutrients, where carbohydrates sit in your life and what the heck are they, how important healthy fats are. And we can debunk some of the concepts of some of these unhealthy fats out there, and why the ketogenic diet isn't necessarily the most healthful approach for you. And what about coconut oil? I've heard so many things about it. We'll also talk about protein. All right, how crucial protein is to your health, but it's not all or none, right? So we need just the right amount. It's kind of like Papa Bear and Mama Bear and Baby Bear. We need just the right amount of all of these nutrients to hit the piece de resistance health, right? And we'll talk about how these foods kind of cross over, that most foods aren't just a single macronutrient, right? That they are bi and tri-nutrients, that they might have a little carbohydrate, fat, and protein in them. Week 4, we're going to talk about supplementation versus real wholesome food and how it might fit in your life. So we're always going to talk about how, a little arsenic can kill you. And that's why we want to talk about all of those little tiny things that can really make a difference in your life, moving you towards a healthy lifestyle or pushing you away from that healthy lifestyle. Week 5, we're going to really dive into carbohydrates. We're going to talk about non-starchy vegetables. We're going to talk about starchy, grainy carbohydrates. We're going to talk about starchy vegetables. Holy crud, Mama G, what are you talking about? We're going to talk about all the really unhealthy, highly processed carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates there are out there available to you. And we're going to talk about diet trends that incorporate low carbs and gluten-free and all of those aspects of life. Week 6, we move into talking about fat, the good, the bad, and the ugly, healthy fats versus unhealthy fats. Is it all or none? What are the health ramifications of these type of foods? Looking at diet trends that really push fat, like the ketogenic diet, and why you should or shouldn't consider a diet approach like that. Week 7, we move into protein. Again, the good, the bad, and the ugly, talking about plant sources versus animal sources versus utilizing both in your life. How much protein is too much? How much protein is too little, and why it matters. And again, we'll go back into the diet trends out there that are really pushing protein in your lives. Week 7, we just talked about. Week 8, we will delve into calcium and how critical it is in your life, and how practical dairy is for your calcium source. But we can get calcium from your other sources of food in your life, and we can talk about all of those ways, how important calcium is, how it is one of those foods that is demonized on the regular, how people want to scare you about dairy being, cancer-causing agent, and how it's only meant for baby cows, how we sit in a real calcium deficit, leading to osteoporosis, which is a very real, scary lifestyle disease. And, the fact that calcium is a forgotten nutrient. Week 9, we move into food a little bit more. We talk about health versus your weight versus your health. We talk about HAES, which is an acronym for Health at Every Size. Just a really critical component for a lot of our clients who have a little bit of disordered eating in a quest to get skinny, and all of the damage that can happen to your beautiful body in that quest of leaving out food groups and denying yourself appropriate calories and nutrients. So that's a really important aspect. We will talk in week 10 about going dark. We see often that clients kind of fall off the old bandwagon and then we never see them again. Guess what? You are not alone. Why do you think the diet industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry? It is because so many people out there are afraid of making a mistake and about being good or bad with their food. We're here to tell you that there is no good and no bad. There is treating your body with self-respect, and there is the opportunity to use nutritious and delicious food in your life on a regular basis. But it doesn't mean you don't have to have it. You don't get a treat, or you don't get to have a splurge. The problem is that when we've, kind of fallen off, maybe we had what you might consider a cheat meal. We don't talk about cheat meals. We talk about treats in the Mama G lifestyle. And then, one cheat goes to a cheat meal, goes to a cheat day, goes to a cheat weekend, that goes to a cheat week, and then you fall right back into that old cycling of being on a diet and being off a diet, eliminating food groups and calories and exercising, and then doing none of those things. So it's really important that we start to consider the fact that it is okay to fall off the old horse, but the fact that you are strong, capable, and able to get back up on, all right, with the help of a step stool, a little bit of a ladder, a little boost from Mama G and Samantha B, it doesn't really matter, but you have an opportunity to get back on that horse, back into that healthy lifestyle. And the concept is for us over the course of the next year with us, that you will be driven to incorporate more wholesome foods in your life, that you will really start to crave those beautiful nutrient-rich foods, and that you will find a happy life, incorporating some treats and splurges into your life, balanced with some beautiful, wholesome nutrition that you enjoy every morsel that goes in your mouth, with a little calculated exercise. And at the end of the day, you have an opportunity to drive not only yourself, but your family towards, again, that long, healthy, independent life. So no matter what in the Mama G lifestyle, it's not all or none. You may disappear, you may fall off the old bandwagon, fall off the old horse for a moment, but whenever you're ready, we are here from you with welcome arms to get you back up on that horse, give you a little boost up there, so that we can get back to it and move towards a healthy lifestyle. Week 12, week 10, we talk about transitioning back into your own lifestyle, right? So moving from the Mama G lifestyle, which is something that I've been doing for my entire adult life, incorporating wholesome foods, calculated exercise, a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of obstacles in my life, but always focused on treating my body with self-respect. And that is our goal for you, that we kind of bring you into Mama G's lifestyle, and then you get to lead your lifestyle. And this is where we help you to transition into Alex's lifestyle and Krista's lifestyle and Scott's lifestyle and Troy's lifestyle, or whoever you are, customized to exactly what you hope to achieve in life. But we will help you to better understand that healthy plate. So when you are away from home or at home and choosing not to use calculated, MyFitnessPal to help you figure out what you're supposed to be doing, how you can just drive yourself to more wholesome food choices on a regular basis, how you understand portion sizes much better now, but you can enjoy your lifestyle at home and away, that remembering that cheats are no longer part of your life, but that you can certainly choose to have a treat when you want to. That vacations and special occasions are, we say that you can have your cake and eat it too in moderation. And now it's about living your lifestyle. And week 12, we move into now what? This is where we're able to hopefully look back onto your metrics, right? Look at what happened with your blood work, perhaps. Look at that scale. Look at your body composition. Look at your measurements. Look at your photos. See how your body feels. See how your chronic diseases, your aches and pains, your autoimmunes are responding to this new lifestyle that you're giving it. We look at your energy balance and calories. And perhaps at this point, we may need to increase calories for you. We might need to decrease some exercise depending on what's happened in your life, because the ultimate goal is homeostasis. And, everybody wants to say, got all these rules out there, with intermittent fasting. I'm on the 14, 10. I eat for 14, or I don't eat for 14 hours a day, and I eat for 10 hours, or I fast for this many days and I eat for this many days. Well, the Mama G lifestyle, we would say for, 90% of your life, that you are choosing wholesome, beautiful, nutrient-dense food that you love. And 10% of that time you get to stray, right? You get to have an ice cream cone. Mama G would pick a waffle cone with mocha almond fudge. You might choose, a bag of your favorite chips. I don't know what floats your boat, but the point is that every food can fit in your life, but the goal is to reduce your risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, cancers, autoimmune diseases. And if you've already fallen into those areas, that we can actually reduce the likelihood of proliferating them, that we can halt them, and we can potentially reverse them as well. So I think that's most important. And that's the beauty of not only the Mama G lifestyle, working with my clients on an individual basis, holding their hands, but within the experiment, where you still get Mama G in all of her glory. But we provide you with these beautiful video lessons. There will be 12 of them. They will get released on a weekly basis for 12 weeks. You will have access to them for 1 full year. And then after those 12 weeks, Samantha B will come in with another 12 weeks of education in terms of your exercise and where it needs to fit in your life and how it can fit in your life, right? We're not talking about running Spartan races like Mama G. We're not necessarily talking about Olympic lifting like Samantha B, but we're talking about beautiful exercise, exercising old ticker, right? Because this is the most important muscle in your body. And if we don't exercise it, we're going to reduce the likelihood of it remaining healthy and working appropriately. And without a healthy heart, life no longer proliferates for us, right? We're talking about role modeling beautiful, healthy behavior with your children, with your family members as well. And I always tell people, if you have children, or you can think about having children in your lifetime, the only thing a parent wants for their child is for them to be happy and healthy. And on the flip side of that, those of you who have parents older parents, perhaps parents who aren't taking care of themselves, perhaps grandparents, aunts and uncles, and those type of people. The only thing we care about the people we love in our lives is that they're happy and that they're healthy and that they're around for us for the long haul. So that is where Mama G fits in. That is where Mama G fits in as your private culinary nutritionist. It is also where Mama G and Samantha B fits in the Experiment 2.0 in your virtual group lifestyle program that allows you to get us at a reduced rate. By the way, it's $399 for the whole year with Mama G and Samantha B, which gives you access to 24 video lessons, 12 with Mama G on nutrition, 12 on fitness with Samantha B. It gives you access to our private portal on our website where you have access to all of Mama G's recipes, and we put out a new recipe every week. You have access to our fitness macros, which is a good way for you to learn how to incorporate exercise into your life. You have access to our private Facebook group, which allows support, places to ask questions, motivation, whatever you need, you got it. Right now, there's about 60 plus of us in there. I expect that number to grow over the next few months as people move into the new year and are interested in no longer being stuck on that diet yo-yo, no longer being a slave to disordered eating, no longer having food eliminated from your life. Instead, we believe in inclusion, not exclusion of food groups. And we want you all to have an opportunity to live a long, healthy, independent life. So you know what Mama G always says? It is not about what you lose, folks. It is all about what you gain. We hope to see you more in the future. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for our public feed, where we will continue to drive healthy behaviors and beautiful recipes to your life. And if you're interested in a one-on-one, you can find Mama G at mamagsLifestyle.com website. And you can also consider joining the Experiment 2.0 coming your way as of January 2nd. Again, you can reach us at mamagsLifestyle.com. Have a beautiful, healthy day.